The following program is rated BB010 It contains strong language, sexual situations, awesomeness, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Listener indiscretions are advised.
Welcome to our Bliss Bringers podcast. The materials we cover encourage adults of all ages, nationalities, and sexualities to open up and embrace their wildest desires and blissful pleasures. You won't find medical advice here, just our personal experiences following the journey of sexual evolution and education in sizzling fun topics that were definitely not taught to us in school, but have wickedly blossomed into reality. We discuss adventures in ethical non-monogamy, kinks and fetishes, exotic places to visit, sexy events, workshops, and tips. Allow us to seduce you into embarking on new adventures where each day you ask yourself, what's your pleasure?
Welcome back, everyone, to Bliss Bringers. Today is...
Sunday!
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. It's May 26th. And this is our very first live
Bedcast.
Bedcast! Woo! Woo! Thank goodness for king-size beds.
Yep. Live,
We're half
Sort of
live.
live. Recorded live.
Recorded live, all in the same bed in Toronto.
Cuddled.
And I'm Professor T, and I have with me my trusted team.
The captain.
And Mistress Cindy.
And just John.
Villain John. Main subject today is our interview with Jana, the owner of the Oasis Aqualounge, which is an upscale sex club in Toronto. And before that, does anybody have any personal updates?
Nope, not at all.
Except I'm
Well,
very
maybe we should-
comfortable. This is
Okay, we have an immediate personal update.
We do?
Well, just how comfy this bed is.
So what do we all think about the Oasis?
Right, because yesterday we spent the day at the Oasis Aqualounge, and then we went back after dinner. And what did people think?
My first impression. I love the location. I love the location because it's downtown Toronto. There's a hotel across the parking lot. There's that great breakfast place that we went to. I love the location. What'd you guys think of it when you first got there before you walked through the door?
I liked it. That was the first time we'd ever been there during the day. It has a different kind of vibe during the day.
It does.
Yeah, it's an old mansion.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It used to be a bathhouse.
Oh, that's right. The club has a lot of character to it.
Yeah, so the club has 3 levels. And when you come in, they have the bar area and the dance floor. And on that level 2 is the
Hot
indoor,
tub thing?
yeah, the hot tub, showers. And then you can go outside from there to the outdoor pool. And then when you go up to the next level is the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And
Co-ed locker room. That was a big locker room.
it's nice that they supply you with a lock. So there's a locker room and then there's the dungeon, where we spent quite a bit of time in there last night.
And we kind of dominated that
Yep.
place. No pun
That was
intended.
good. Yeah.
I think the new motto is bring a flogger, make a friend.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Bring toys.
That room was
I
empty
really want some.
until we walked in.
We did actually, yeah.
You know, when we walked in and started
Are you
playing...
Lockers
falling off the
break
bed?
toys.
Yeah, Bliss Bringers break the ice because when we went in there and
Yes.
started lining up our toys, I don't remember which one of you, Captain or Reverend John, one of you said to some voyeurs, a couple, hey, you want to come in?
Yeah.
Do you like to be spanked? I can't remember which one
One
of
of
you
the
guys.
questions I think it was me, and what I did is I asked, have you ever been flogged? I really enjoyed working the floor and watching you guys do your thing.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. And participating in doing it.
And I notice I go into that Dom mode. I transform and I become more of, I listen and I watch. I don't talk as much. And it's great to have you, Captain, because you take that other piece of it. You start to educate and talk to the people around me, whereas I'm focusing. I'm going into it. And you also play great with tag team with me.
I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. And you're so good, Sin, at touching them and kind of talking to them. You say things to make them, to help them relax, and you find out what they want.
I love whispering in their ears.
Yes, I noticed that.
I talk dirty secrets.
Ooh, and how close you get to them, and you get really close. And what I notice is that they relax, and I almost think that they're thinking, no one's ever paid this much attention to me.
That's exactly
You know?
it. I think, when with dominants and submissives, there's a great exchange. It's not necessarily just power, but it's a safety. And I always make sure that the folks that are with me, whether it be a man or a woman, I'm whispering to them, you're safe. You can let go. And I'm whispering it, and I'm kissing them. And eventually, it doesn't take that long. But some people, they're not sure what's going to happen. And so I talk and I purr. My secret is I purr in ears when I come up against them.
So thanks.
Well, what I'm doing is that I'm smelling them. I like smelling the pheromones.
Oh, yeah.
So I come up behind their ears and I take in a deep breath and then I exhale.
Right.
And that's what you're watching.
So you're getting really
in sync.
In sync and involved. You're becoming one with.
I do.
Yes.
She was doing a great job there. When I looked over there, she had a person on the cross who was like shivering or
yes,
she was shivering.
Know.
And you were helping out there too, Professor.
Yeah, I was helping out.
You were tag teaming that girl.
I like that.
That was hot.
So when I went into the room, they had that piece of furniture that I had never seen before, and
which one?
The one that you put your knees on it and then you lean over it. And it almost looks like a massage table, half a massage table. And there's a place for your face. Oh, yeah. And I'd never seen that, and so I leaned over there, and then I got flogged.
Who was flogging you?
Just John. Flogged and spanked.
Mm-hmm. How was that?
Was that turned on?
Good.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
He is good. I love watching him.
I'm a little bit, I don't like getting flogged too hard or spanked too hard.
I enjoyed watching you, Professor T, with that girl on the St. Andrew's cross. When she was facing away, I was like, oh my God, that girl is gorgeous. And then Captain came up and lifted your skirt. There were a bunch of ladies and men behind me. They all go,
yes, I heard that.
And I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? And I turn around, and Professor T's ass, her gorgeous ass, is staring at me. I'm like, and I got...
That was a real turning point for everyone in the room. Because people thought, whoa, maybe this is going to be fun. Oh, and I pulled it up slowly.
My rubber skirt.
The rubber skirt, too, and I folded it up. And I really liked that.
And then it was Captain doming, Professor T, as she's doming the girl, and her husband's off to the side, and he has the paddle, and he's spanking a little bit, spanking Professor T.
Because I asked him, I said, would you like to spank her? And he said, yes, I would.
And I heard this.
a little too hard.
Did you have an orgasm, Professor T? Yes?
John's got his hand between my legs.
I can be mean like that.
We should always podcast like this.
I agree.
Yes, very nice.
It is nice. Upstairs, they have several different play areas. And they've got that one really cool room with the AstroTurf, and it's like the back of the van.
The shagging wagon?
Yeah.
I love that room, but I didn't get a chance to play in it.
I know, well, I kept peeking in there to see if we could get a spot. But...
The shag wagon was cool.
And you did the red room?
We did. We liked the red room, although there was
the red room was in the
What was
center.
going on?
Okay, well, first describe the red.
The way I saw it, it was like leather, one big pad at the bedroom,
right.
Yeah.
and they had these little,
I think,
one-way windows.
Yes,
through the
to
bar.
The one-way mirror,
The
yes.
peek holes.
Yes,
I was
from the
peeking.
bar you could.
Were you peeking?
Yes,
oh,
we peeked on you guys.
Oh, you did?
I would have peeked.
It was sexy.
Oh,
You guys are hot. Fourth floor is a private room for private parties. First come, first serve, and you can have your own room. Oh, there's a bar on the third room. You can buy cocktails. You cannot bring your own drinks, which is unusual because in California, our clubs are BYOB.
Yeah, they have a big variety of drinks, a lot of choices.
Yes.
They're a little bit pricey on the alcohol. So, Professor, what else was there at the club?
Try to talk while you're getting fucked.
There was a swimming pool. Oh, and we went and interviewed some people. We'll have some... Okay. Tell us about the pool, somebody.
It's hot. It was wet. It was deep. It was very sensual.
Were there a lot of people?
It was just Reverend John and I.
are here doing our very first live interview. And we have with us today, besides Jana Matthews, our special guest, we've got...
The captain.
Mistress Cindy.
Just John.
So, Jana, welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
And thank you for agreeing to give us some of your time today. You've got a background as an Olympian. You're the owner of an upscale sex club. And I'm sure there's lots of things in between. But anything that you'd like to tell us about?
So many people telling me you should write a book because I've done things with, I think lots of people have not. And like you said, yes, I was a World Cup skier. I was a World Cup Olympian windsurfer. And I was a teacher in Europe. And when I came to Canada, I went through all kind of different little things. So one day I was talking to one of my partners, and they were having this idea about opening a sex club because they were somewhat in a lifestyle. And they didn't like the hours, they didn't like the aspect of having single men around. And then so they thought we'll open this little tiny place when everybody can have fun during the day. And then we have different rules. And they asked me to if I would be interested in partnering up. And it took me about a month to decide. And I always wanted to have a club, so I thought, why don't combine, the aspects what I like with sex? And everybody have sex. We all do. Most of us, I hope.
We do.
I hope you all guys have sex. And I didn't mean you. I meant our listeners right now. So if not, then come to Oasis and you can. I became so involved in this, and I love it.
What about you? Do you have a shade of gray? How do you identify yourself and your sexuality?
I am very square and monogamous and plain Jane. It doesn't stop me from having fun with whoever I am with at the time, right? But all my life I've been one man, woman. I'm not Virgin Mary. I've been around, but my intentions are always kind of, I want to be with a person who I'm with, and I expect the monogamy.
That's an interesting thing for someone who owns a sex club.
Yeah.
That's
and I know, but like I said, we're all different, right? Yeah. And then for me, it was interesting to see that people can actually do it, and it still blows my mind. And everybody is different, and then the main thing is not to be judgmental.
Do you have sex with your significant other here at the club? Are you okay with having sex in front of other people?
So yeah, my ex-boyfriend worked here, and we had sex here pretty much everywhere, wherever you can see, during the 18 months, but not in front of other people. No, it would be, when nobody's here or after hours.
Your team, the senior team here is all women. Are you all involved actively in the club?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Tony's the founder. Tony is one of the people who, that was her idea to open the club. I wasn't comfortable at the beginning to be the face of the club and then take the hit in public. Over the 2 years, I came to the terms that, judge me if you want. I don't care. I love it. And then all these people who I meet are happy and good people, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. And now I tell everybody what I do and where I work. So yeah, Holly is a marketing coordinator. She's a founder of Great Canadian Burlesque. So she's actively involved with planning our events on Saturdays, bringing the burlesque people, and then trying to put special events together for Saturday nights to have entertainment.
Have you been out with your daughter's school or the neighbors? They obviously see you. So how is the neighbor, the community feelings about you as an individual and an Olympian and owning a mature and I love this club. The decor is awesome here.
Yeah, we love it. Not officially. Like what I meant was more, your immediate neighbors, or I live in a small town pretty much, when 90% of people know each other. And it is actually a big swingers community. When I told my real estate agent that I have a swingers club, or at that time we still kind of said swingers club, now We're trying to be more couples club, not swingers club. We welcome swingers, obviously, but we're trying to more put the word out. It's for any couple who wants to enhance their relationship and then enjoy each other's company and come here. So when I used to tell people I have a swingers club, and now I say it's not a swingers club, it's a couples club. My neighbors know me anywhere I go. So what do you have? What do you do? Where do you work? Oh, I have this club, and, it's like a spa lounge. So I kind of omit some parts of the information. And after the UFT event in January, when it became very public, who I am and what I own, my neighbor's shoveling driveway was like, "Oh, you're a celebrity now." I'm like, "What?" So I went to Gellert Center, and my neighbor works there at the desk, and she's like, "Oh, I saw you in papers." So pretty much everywhere I went, it's been at least 15, 20 people since January who I would run into, and they would know, and they heard about Oasis. And then I'm like, "Well, I kind of," and they're like, "What are you talking about? It's awesome. Like, that's perfect. Like, can we come?" So I got nothing but very positive feedback, at least straight to my face. Maybe behind my back they're saying something else, but from the reaction I felt very proud and positive. And I'm sure there's people who judge, and behind your back they say, "Oh my God," like whatever. But if they want to do it, it's their loss, right?
I think having a woman as the front face of the club comes as a surprise to some people. They're not expecting a woman to be in charge of a sex club. And I wonder if it was important for you to have an all-woman team. It's a woman-friendly club.
Yeah, very much so. It's pretty much everybody comments on that too. It's so shocking. And then it's club for women, and it's run by a woman. And I think that you can see the difference. People who come here, they kind of pick up on it without even knowing, right? It's got a little different atmosphere, different layout, setup, different rules, and then you can see the woman's touch. So
it's very bright in here.
It's nice.
That's what I noticed. It's very bright. It's sunny. It's decorated very nice. It's not like the other clubs.
Yeah. Well, it's a historical mansion, right? And then we try to keep the most of the parts as banisters and then kind of cool things intact. But mainly it's, how we try to enforce the rules and then make sure that everybody feels comfortable. And like I said, I'm always here. And if you see new couples, I try to make sure that I talk to them and they feel comfortable. And, you can get any guy in here. Let's face it, right? Oh, you want to go to a sex club? You want to fuck? Let's do it. Women, not so much. It's hard to convince the woman that it's okay. It would have been hard 3 years ago to convince me to go to a sex club. I'll be the first one be like, "Oh, no thanks, I'm not going." But because of the spa-like atmosphere, the sauna, hot tub, steam room, the pool, it feels different. You have so many things to do here. You don't have to just come here and have sex. Some people don't even have sex here. They just come because of, good music and then good atmosphere, everybody being friendly. You don't get rowdy crowd. And here, you're going to be treated with respect. And then everybody has the common sense and rules to not to bother you if you don't want to be bothered. So it's very comfortable, and I believe that's my biggest compliment what I get. We feel like we're home. It feels like I'm at my house having a party, and we just feel so comfortable. So that's what we're trying to accomplish from the woman's point of view.
Did you have the idea for the club before you found the location, and then you sought out a location in downtown Toronto?
Yeah. Yeah, the idea was a small place. It kind of turned out, got out of hands, but it was small business just to have during the day hours and have the no single guys rules, and then, people who have 2-3 kids and they don't want to be kept on a dance floor until midnight, and then be able to go and enjoy the sexual activities, because, lots of people do have kids and they're tired at 12 o'clock or they have to wake up in the morning. So I wanted to provide the option of being here during the day or being here at 8 o'clock in the evening. Basically, at any point, anything is allowed. So that was kind of the idea of a small business. But then when we found this building, in particular with the pool, and the renovation started, we didn't know really what we're getting into when the reno started.
How important was it for you that it be in downtown Toronto as opposed to a lot of clubs are out or further out?
We wanted to do something downtown because there was nothing in here. So people who do not maybe drive and then they don't have so much access to West End want to kind of do it.
The website describes the Oasis Aqualounge as an upscale sex club. And you already mentioned that you're trying to orient as a couples club rather than a swingers club. What percentage of the people that frequent the club are swingers?
I describe it as an adult's playground and a mini vacation in a city. You can buy a weekend pass and then you can suntan on a deck instead of going to Mexico. It's basically the same. You sit by the pool, you drink, and you have sex, and then you dance. When we did a survey last summer, it was 50-50. Now we have not done the survey, but from being here all the time, I believe that the ratio changed to about 60-65 to 40-35 in favor to non-swingers. At the beginning, nobody knew about us. We didn't have any money for marketing. We didn't really, and we still don't really. So people who knew about it were the hardcore swingers who's been in a swingers lifestyle for quite a while. Now, the targeted audience, it's the regular couples who's never been, who never tried, who are bored, not having enough privacy, not having enough time for one another. That's the people we're trying to bring in and introduce to that if they become swingers or not, if they just want to have the thrill of being nude and watch somebody and then be watched. Their choice, but definitely we wanted to introduce Oasis to the regular public when you just kind of thinking, maybe I could try, maybe I will be comfortable. Everything here is fully optional. Clothing, anything, everything. You can bring lingerie, bathing suit. You don't even have to take your clothes off. Some nights are more swingers-like, and then, yes, it can be a big orgy, and it can be lots of fun, and some nights are more the newbies, but definitely now the ratio, it's more in favor of non-swingers who just want to be here and be part of it, not being judged, not being looked at like, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm. So they're doing it without labels. Couples are coming in and dipping their toes into it and saying, I'm not a swinger, but I'm enjoying this environment a lot. Right.
And they might not be swingers in terms they will not have sex with other couple. They might, girls might be kissing on a dance floor, but they will not take it any further. So it might be not even doing that. But usually, you see lots of that. But who doesn't kiss a girl, right? I've kissed my best friend.
Me?
What? You don't kiss a girl?
She does.
Sure you do.
She does.
Sure she does.
After being open for a while, has the sex side of the club remained a central part?
It's a big part, yeah. Especially on Saturday when we have entertainers. Usually people come and they kind of dance, and then at 11 we have the entertaining, but by 11:30 the dance floor is deserted. Everybody's upstairs. And some nights, like even yesterday night, there was nobody downstairs at the dance floor. Everybody was upstairs. So no, definitely the sex is a big aspect in here.
And that remains an important part of the vision of the club.
We are a sex club. Go to the dance club if you want to just dance. You really come here to be able to have sex.
You've said a few things about men creating a different kind of vibe. So I wanted to ask a little bit about single men. Or what if a woman wanted to come with two men? She wouldn't be able to do that.
She can. We created a night on Wednesday, not on the busy nights when, you have regular couples to come. We will not compromise that ever. But we had a demand from couples and women, we want to have another man involved. They're like, wow, it's too bad. Go to some other club because we're really are for women, and for couples not for... It brings out all the different dynamics and different atmosphere. So we created a Wednesday night with still strict rules of upstairs. If you want to play downstairs and you want to be watched by many men and, perform anything what you're doing in front of them, and that's your fetish or your thrill, and you want to do it, you have an option. However, if you want to have the privacy of bringing one man or two or three or 10 up with you, you can bring them upstairs, but they have to be invited. So up to the second floor, everybody has access to do whatever they want. On a third floor, the men can come only by the invitation of the woman or a couple. Once they're done with that person, then he has to leave, even if they want to keep staying here, but they don't want to mingle with him anymore. He has to go back downstairs.
That's an interesting compromise, so they can come, but there's rules.
So again, there's something for everyone. If you're willing to, if your fetish is that you want to be watched, and then you stay downstairs. If you just want to have that one extra person, then you come up here.
Or 10.
Or 10. Or 10.
Come on, boys.
Yes. At this point, we have at least, I would say, 50% couples on the Wednesday night. And then the ratio between the single guys and the girls varied. But we have more and more single girls coming.
Are the single women coming to meet the single men? Is that what's the attraction for them on the Wednesday night?
Either the single men or the couples. But yeah, I guess the single girls come now more on the Wednesday than they come on the regular nights.
It actually says something for the safety, the feeling of safe here.
Yes.
For more single women coming to a club like this.
Right.
The stereotypical sex club, some girls would not feel safe.
Yeah.
And if more and more of the attendees are beginning to be single girls, as you said, it means the word's getting out on the street.
Yeah.
It's a safe, clean, great environment for women to come in and feel no pressure, but they can get the groove on if that's what they want to do.
And they know that we control the man.
That's great.
If you do not want to be bothered by the guy, we will make sure you will not be bothered. And since you mentioned safe and clean, yes, everything is made out of leather and wipeable with disinfectant wipes. We have people coming throughout the night all the time cleaning, and provide loops and condoms and other means of protection. So again, safe sex, female condoms, gloves, anything basically. So practice safe sex.
And you have lots of different kinds of events. So you've got your events that focus on different things, like the Fetish Fridays or the threesome nights, Genesis Sunday, the burlesque nights, the student Mondays. Do all of these kinds of events attract a different kind of crowd?
The crowd's kind of mingling now. At the beginning, when we started doing the Fetish Fridays, it was much more fetishy, and less of our crowd came. Now it's really like half and half. They kind of blend together more. The Genesis Sunday, it's still more specific. It is targeted and to the audience who are into fat. Some of our regular couples come on that Sunday too, but its majority is the fetish kind of crowd. And all the other nights, they're really open to everyone. So you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some people will come because, there's a bikini contest tonight, or, I want to see the burlesque. But bottom line, I'm sorry, bottom line is the pool, it's the sex, and then, to be able to do whatever you want. So whatever the event is, if you feel like being in this kind of environment, then you come regardless of the event.
What is Genesis? I don't think I know what that is.
It is a similar, technically it is the Young Fetish, or the group who organized this event. When they approached us, they said we're young. So we try to accommodate everybody who is open-minded, basically.
So the student nights, you've referred to a few times the January event and all the controversy around that, but now you've got the regular student nights. How important do you think it is to make space for younger people to have a sex club experience, to explore the lifestyle?
Well, I guess as you can see from the price on Monday.
What is it, $5?
It's $5 for girls and $20 for guys, which
as opposed
compared to it's $80 for couples. and $50 for single men. Girls are free on Wednesday. But the price has been adjusted for the students, so it is important to me and my partner or my team to introduce the safe environment, and then it's not even just provide for them to be able to go and have sex. It's that, again, when you go to the club and people behave inappropriately, here you kind of get to learn the etiquette of what is appropriate, how to treat a woman, how to behave, and how to practice safe sex. So it's not just if I didn't care, I would charge them $80, same like any other person, and whatever. I want to make money, but that's why we created a Monday, because I think that it's important that young people can come and enjoy, and then they bring their laptops, they do their homework, they sit on a deck. Yeah, well, trust me, they play cards, they play domino, and
for $5.
Yeah,
sure.
Well,
nice environment.
Nice environment.
Have you had an opportunity to see a lot of other clubs, maybe locally or elsewhere in the world? And how do you think Oasis Aqualounge is unique among clubs?
Like I said, I'm not in the lifestyle, so I do not know anything from personal experience. I've heard millions of stories from clubs from US, from Europe, from Italy, from London, from you name it, cruises, lifestyle hotels. So I heard a lot about how the clubs are run. From what I hear, we are so unique, and that's why they like to be coming here instead of to the other clubs. Again, the environment, the spa, the hours, the no single guys rules, and the way how it's run, and the cleanliness, the no sheets on the beds, no small hot tub or no hot tub whatsoever. So that's why I think we're unique.
The hours alone make you quite unique. Being
6
open
days a week from 11 in the morning till 3.
You don't see that very often. And I guess that's partly because of the spa, right?
Yeah.
You've got other
it's
things.
the spa, but also you have people who work downtown, let's say, and they have a lunch break. So instead of going to the restaurant, you come here, you order the lunch, you have it delivered, and you can eat here while you're sitting in a hot tub, and then instead of going for patio, you come over here. So
you can get your lunch delivered?
Yeah, well, we work with the restaurants around. We have menus, so we just call it in, and then they either deliver or we'll send some of the staff to go pick it up and bring it to you. So
you sit out on the pool deck during lunch.
We could have done that.
I know.
You still can do it. You're welcome to it. Take your clothes off now.
Okay.
What's your average attendance these days? Which nights are the most popular nights?
Saturdays are probably the busiest nights. However, the Fridays in last 3-4 months were coming pretty close to the Saturday nights, but it's still a little bit more in favor of Saturday. And I have to say the Wednesday, it's now becoming pretty much same as the Saturday, or it is already. So the Saturday and the Wednesdays are the busiest nights. Usually Thursday are the most quiet, and then there's lots of people who likes that, right? And they specifically come on a Thursday night, or they come when they know that it's going to be the slower time, because they enjoy not being so many people around and rowdy, and in all honesty, it can get a little crazy, and you can't even find a place where to go because it's so many people everywhere. Bodies everywhere, yeah.
Writhing bodies.
Yes.
What would you say to someone who's new to the lifestyle, maybe, or who has never been to a club like this, and who might feel nervous about coming to the Oasis?
It's not what would I say, or what I do say all the time at sex shows, and when I meet people like my neighbors or friends who never been, try it out. If you don't like it, then you don't have to be here. You can leave 5 minutes after you came here. Give it a chance and see how you feel about it. There's no pressure. There's no pushing in any directions. You don't have to take your clothes off. You don't have to be naked. No, you don't have to have sex with anybody. You can if you want to, but if it's not what you want to do, if you want to be here just as a, enjoying a drink kind of person and look around, just try it. And then that's basically how, I try to convince the woman to give it a try. And I say, if you don't want to be here, I'll refund you the money. If you really feel uncomfortable in 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. And then it happens a couple of times. We had a couple of couples over the 2 years when, they came and then they were leaving and like, can we get a refund? I'm like, okay, is anything wrong? You didn't like it? It's like, no, it's just my wife just didn't feel comfortable. And then, maybe we'll try it on another night. So don't let anybody pressure you if it's your husband or if it's the other way around. Discuss it before and see if both of you are comfortable and then just come and try it.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone, but why not try it?
It's not for me, right? But I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the vibe of the club and then the facility of the club. And then so everybody else can do the same thing. Not everybody is a swinger. Not everybody wants to be naked. But doesn't mean that you cannot be here to have fun.
It's the blending of all the minds.
Yeah. The blending
you
of the minds.
You don't have to be swapping. You don't have to be into the BDSM community, but they can all be your friends.
Yeah.
Or you might just like the sexy atmosphere.
The atmosphere, that's the thing. It's just the vibe and the atmosphere and then the no judgment and liberal, feel free and do whatever the hell you want and how you feel.
Wear sexy clothes.
Or
wear lingerie or wear jeans. Yeah, the joke is Jana's never naked. When are you going to get naked, Jana? All my members and people who, know me. When are you going to get naked? Never. So it's kind of a joke in here, inside Oasis joke that Jana's always the one who's wearing clothes. So, she's the sex club owner who doesn't have sex. I'm like, oh, hello, I do have sex. Don't take me wrong. Yeah.
So for a lot of couples, a conventional date would be like dinner and a movie or going out for a drink or something like that. And is it part of the goal or the vision of the Oasis to try to shift the conventional attitude a little so that coming here might be one of the things you do on a date night?
It's actually part of our logo. So our, slogan is Beyond Dinner and the Movie.
Wow.
So
you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, no. Beyond Dinner and a Movie. Adults Playground, Beyond Dinner and a Movie experience. Well, ideally, you would come and you would spend the afternoon, then you would go out for the dinner and the movie, and then you would come back for the rest of the night, or you can skip the movie, or you can do the movie in the afternoon.
Or you can watch that movie over there.
Yeah, you can watch the porn on the movie TV in here if you don't have enough of the live visuals. But no, yeah, seriously, it's just to provide for the couples who, where do you go? Like, okay, we already ate, and now we're sitting on a patio, and then there's nothing to do, so let's walk around on the street. Or, okay, let's go to another bar to have another drink, right? This gives you so many options. The size of the building and the options of what you have, what you can do. It combines so many activities which you will not find anywhere else.
So one last question. What do you think needs to happen to open people's minds a little bit about sexuality?
I really don't know the answer.
It's a tough one.
I wish I do. I wish I knew, because I would do it and I would have millions of people come over here. But
we can all work on it.
Just word of mouth. But talk to your friends. Tell them how awesome it is.
Carry the message.
And, carry the message. Don't be ashamed to tell people, instead of, I was at Moxie's yesterday. Tell them I was at Oasis and it was awesome.
Oh, I am.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you very much for giving us your time this afternoon.
Well, thanks for spending time with me. And I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the day here.
We will.
Naughty news of the week.
Today's naughty news is about Midori's Forte Femme feminine dominance training workshops. She holds these regularly, a couple times a year, in San Francisco and in New York City. What they are weekend-long intensives for feminine dominance training. I attended one in San Francisco back in March, and it was completely life-transforming. As the website says, Midori's uniquely designed curriculum takes a head, heart, hands approach that integrates the eroticism of your mind and body, as well as of your partner, instead of trying to teach you one-size-fits-all scripts or focusing on technique. She really did teach us all how to harness our power femme within and to work with feminine dominance in a way that was personal for us. It was a fabulous weekend, and she is an extremely knowledgeable, experienced educator and very generous with her knowledge. So it's also a lot of fun. You meet some great other women. She puts a size limit on the class, so there were only 10 of us, and Midori and her assistant. So you get a lot of personal attention, a lot of opportunities to explore what's meaningful for you. And there's even a field trip and an unbelievable dinner with Midori and the students where you can bring your partner if you like. So there's a Forte Femme weekend coming up in San Francisco, August 2nd to 4th. And very soon, June 28th to 30th, there's going to be one in New York City. So that's really soon. The one in August in San Francisco, there's still time. Registration for that one began on June 1st. I had a wonderful experience at it, and they do sell out. So if you're going to try to sign up for the one in August, now's your chance. And that's this week's Naughty News.
It's the end of our long weekend.
It's the end of our long weekend.
Yeah.
And
It is.
that's all we have time for today, for this show.
Oh no!
So I would wrap up the Toronto trip to see you kinky Canadians was 2 thumbs up. 10 fingers up.
4.
8 thumbs up.
8 thumbs
8
up.
thumbs up.
And toes.
Or wherever you want.
Okay.
With 8 toes.
Yeah, 8 thumbs up or somewhere. Does anyone have anything else they want to add before we say goodbye?
No.
I can't wait to see you guys again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, very productive.
And until next time.
We have some exciting stuff coming up.
We do. So until next time,
What's your pleasure?
All names mentioned in this show are either fictional, taken from public record, or held by people who have given their explicit consent to be mentioned.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Fuck, that was hot! Oh my God!